Hello everyone, welcome back to On the Fly. Today we're going to be taking a look at a trade between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators. So the Leafs did get their goaltender in Matt Murray at 25% retained salary, as well as a third round pick and a seventh round pick in exchange for absolutely nothing aside from the retained salary. So the reason for this deal in terms of Ottawa, they wanted to get rid of that cap. Matt Murray did have a big time contract coming in at around $6 million for 2 more years. And that's part of the reason why this deal went on. The Sens have been actively trying to get rid of him, and the Leafs did make sense. Obviously, the Leafs have lost the majority of their goaltenders. Campbell's on his way out. You also have Mrazek just getting traded away recently at the draft. So this trade does make a lot of sense for both sides. Ottawa is also actively trying to get better goaltending, whether that be Kemper, even looking at probably a goaltender like Campbell, and having a lot of cap space to do it. Ottawa is definitely a team to be paying attention to this free agency, as they are starting to build up a team. You start looking at their team, especially with players like DeBrincat. You also have Tkachuk, Stützle. All these players are starting to come into their prime, which means that they are priming up for a deep playoff run. As for the Leafs, obviously a team that has been struggling for the last long amount of years. We don't really like to talk about it, but at the same time, they do need a goaltender. In years past, that's been sort of their downfall. Campbell's walked, Anderson's walked, and you look down that list, more and more goalies are just walking out. You also have Reimer. So one of the big things for the Leafs is finding a goaltender with term. Matt Murray has 2 more years left on his contract, and getting the 25% retained is very important for the Leafs, being able to have more cap space to go after players, help bolster up their defense group, and also most likely sign a backup goaltender. Right now, it's probably Joseph Woll or Hutchinson, both goaltenders not going to live up to the expectations for the Leafs. However, it is going to be interesting to see what the Leafs end up doing in this free agency. I do expect them to make a major splash in terms of the forwards or the defense, but definitely something to make, at least get their team a little bit better. And in terms of the 25% retained, not having to give up anything is also a big plus. I mean, the truth is, you probably could have gotten a better pick, maybe a second round pick, just as something else for Matt Murray to bring him on with that contract. But the Leafs get a starting goaltender and they get extra picks for basically nothing. And it is going to be nothing at the end of the day. So obviously the Leafs are going to be the winners of this trade, but at the same time, Ottawa dishing off a bad contract, being able to take off a little bit, and being able to also actively shop around at the free agent market is going to be huge for the Sens, and I do expect them to make a pretty big move. In terms of trade grades, I'm going to give the Leafs a B+. I think they could have got a little bit better in terms of what else was going to come in, but overall very solid for them. In terms of Ottawa, I'm going to give them the exact same, a B+. Both teams did pretty good in this trade. Nothing terribly good, but at the same time, they get rid of a bad contract with offloading more picks, and I think the Leafs could have got even better if they would have sent maybe a rental player or someone not necessarily to the high-end caliber. You could have also probably gotten a player like a Brown or Norris or somebody else to help bolster up that offense for the playoffs coming up pretty soon. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you'd like to drop a like, if you really like to, consider subscribing. Tell all your friends, leave a comment down below your thoughts on the trade. Until next time, see ya.